Hello, welcome back. We're gonna do another video today with City Skylines, milestones 2 to 4. Last episode we did the water as well as electricity and the beginning roads and making our network residential, commercial, industrial. Today we're going to expand on that and continue to make it better. You all begin to notice that I am making these roads bigger, and that allows for better traffic flow and creates better networks in amongst the city. Sometimes when you make roads bigger, you'll notice that the road's highlighted red, and that usually means that there's a building that can't expand off of the road, so you have to move that building off of that road, and then you can upgrade that road. After I upgrade the roads, I usually have to go over the highlighted zones again with each designated one. So these ones are commercial, so I delete the yellow ones, which is industrial, redo it as commercial or industrial, and then that way it allows the full potential of the buildings and the zones to come in. And right here you can click on this tab and it will show junctions, which you can get rid of traffic lights, and it really helps with traffic. You'll notice it as you get a bigger city, not so much in this tiny one currently, but as we grow it'll be very apparent. You'll also notice that each service has their own graph. See here it's in the green, that usually means that you're good. The water supply is currently good. You'll notice later on in the video that the water supply plummets because we lose power. There's not enough electricity. I'll point that out when we come to it. So now I'm going to create another 2x2 lane just to help out with the commercial industrial areas because it usually gets jam-packed fairly quickly. So I'm just going to bring this around here, and then let's expand on this. It's usually a good idea to connect these roads so the people have better options to travel through if they need to. They're not all on just a single road. It's also important to keep in mind that when you build new roads, there's not going to be water delivered there. So you have to go back into the water tab and make sure that there's water getting sent out there. So over here you can see these guys saying they don't have water, so we got to put the pipes over to it, and then it will go away. So you'll notice with this graph, it is beginning to go to the yellow or red zone. That means we're losing electricity. We're going to want to build something else. I'm just going to raise the taxes. You don't really want to raise the taxes past 12% for each one, or else they get upset and they'll have the icon showing they don't like you. So I'm actually going to try to save up for the next tier up in electricity. So that way we get more power out of a major cost. So I'm not continuing buying the smaller one and then having to continue to buy it. I can just buy a better one and then get more power there. But in the meantime, we're going to have to build one, so I'll just do this one. And then that way, the next tier I'll be able to have for the future. It's very important to keep aware of what the city skyline people need. So here you can see some robbery happening or crime. So, and we don't have a police station, so it's not going to be solved until we build a police station. So it's a must to have that. So I'll build one over there. Kind of looks like these power lines are going to get in the way of our future city, so I think I might have to build it just kind of going straight across to the city right here, and then delete the original power lines that we have made just so it opens up more room and I can expand out this way over here. So you'll also notice just right below my cursor right now, that green bar is showing that everybody wants residential. So we need to build residential in order to expand the city more. So I'm going to build another main road over here just to give them kind of a better main road to go between so they're not just on the side roads or residential tiny roads. Probably adjust it later on in the future to make it more. But currently the way it is, it'll be fine. If you ever see an icon like this, you can just click on the place and then it'll tell you what's going on. So not enough workers, which means not enough people, usually, at least. Industrial, sometimes it can mean not enough commercial. So if we look at our meter, it's still saying residential, so it's still going down. And as that goes down, probably commercial will go up next, and then we'll just continue from there. So you'll see here I had to get rid of that fire station to upgrade that road because it's a permanent building, not like a side building like these commercial, residential or industrial where you can just bulldoze at any moment. Services you always have to move off of road to upgrade it. I already have this zone with water, so I might as well make do of the space. Get every square inch as possible within reason. Other thing you want to think about is you don't want to have residential close to industrial because it pollutes and then it will make your people very sick. As well as putting any like water towers, don't put them in industrial areas or polluted areas. That will also make them sick and die and not happy. Usually after I connect a few roads to these bigger roads, I'll go into that menu before where we got right here, where we get rid of the traffic lights, just to make the traffic flow better. Doesn't look like the citizens are getting enough garbage supply, so I'm going to build another one of these here, or a different one. That's a recycling one. That's part of a DLC. This is the main one though, so it's fine to build those. Also, just don't put this near residential. I don't really think you want to smell garbage when you wake up, do you? It's important to have all the tiers of education. Currently, we can only have elementary, so we're gonna save up. Whenever we get these, we get a chunk of money, so now we can build a high school, and then later on we'll build a university. Again, you also want to keep these close to residential. No point in being in industrial or commercial areas because there's no people living there. This tab shows parks, which can create happiness to your people and will also increase the level of the buildings. This goes all the way through the different zones, so commercial, residential, and industrial. If you put parks in them, it'll increase the zones, which usually means more money and more people or more space. You'll see that everybody's smiling, everybody loves it. The very solid blue is the max level it can get to, so once you get to that, you don't need to keep building around it. You can just go to the next area. Try to always keep an eye out on that meter here where it shows commercial, residential, and industrial needs. Pretty much whenever they want, keep on building that so it'll keep expanding. So right now we got residential, a big amount of residential they want, so we'll keep building around here and create more houses. These rocks look kind of nice, so I'm gonna try to keep most of them in the area, so kind of visually appealing. I also don't know if any of you have noticed, but I usually keep the speed on max. You'll see the 3 dashes by the green bar that's constantly moving, constantly going up. This tab over here shows the different areas that you can purchase. I think on PC you can have up to 9 as well as Xbox, and then you can get like mods and stuff to get up to like 81, 27, something like that. Currently we're just in 1, so we'll buy more in the future. I'm gonna want to buy some buses, but I don't like the normal buses. I usually like the biofuel. Kind of save more money on them, and citizens usually like them a little bit more. So I think I might hold off on that. That also might be part of a DLC, I think, but the main ones are fine too if you don't have the DLC. It really helps with traffic flow. If you do bus routes, I'll show that in the next episode. I don't usually put residential zones on the main roads like these ones. Um, Usually commercial. I just feel like it makes more sense. I forget how to check the milestones. I think it's somewhere over here. No, maybe it's not here. So that's population. Oh yeah, it's right here. So these are the different milestones, and you can see what you get for each one, and get money every time, different buildings, and a new area every time too, until the very last one. Keep in mind, a lot of these things are part of the DLC that you have to purchase extra, so you might not have it if you just have the base version. Oh, So here we go. We got a water surge. Looks like, oh, sorry, not a water surge. Not enough electricity. So the pump hasn't been able to keep up, and now we're getting an alert saying that there's a big issue. You can see it's going into the red, so that's not good. Let's make another electricity one. I know I wanted to do the tier up from here, but there's no point because we got to do this anyways. So we'll do that and then make them happy. Might as well add another water inlet and always make sure to connect it because that does nothing for you. Whenever you make an inlet, always make an outlet. I just made a habit of it. Just makes it easier. So for the next one here, it's saying that I need to have a population. I need to get to the next milestone. So I guess we're gonna wait for that. You'll notice now that the people are wanting industrial as well as a little bit of residential. So gonna make another industrial zone over here next to the water, and then in between over up here I'm gonna make commercial because I always like to have a in between zones, which is the commercial for me. So you'll notice I'm not going to connect those over there, like this from here, just so it kind of focuses traffic a little bit away from that zone now, as we grow. Just going to fill in these zones, and then I'm going to make that other electricity one. I think it's an oil one. That way we'll be ready for the next episode, full of electricity. Alright, I guess that's it for now. I think we got up to 4 or 5 milestones. Don't forget to save your game, because it's not fun when it doesn't save. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video.